Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. This video I wanted to go ahead and do, I don't normally do unboxings, flip throughs of this particular small shop sticker book. My regulars know I absolutely love to support small shops. I feel like the diversity of what is out there is much bigger, and you can get things that are very much more specific to what you need. So I have, don't get me wrong, I have stacks and stacks and stacks of Happy Planner sticker books, but after the first couple of years I learned to be a little bit more selective, and it seems like lately I don't care as much for the color palettes. I don't care as much for the combination of functional versus decorative stickers that are in the books. And so on and so forth. So I've really been into supporting small shops lately because, again, I feel like I can get much more dialed down more specifically to the kinds of things that I'm much more likely to use. And I just, again, my husband and I have had different entrepreneurial pursuits over the years, and so anything I can do to support small shops, I'm there for. So Mojo Jojo Plans is, she kind of specializes in functional stuff, which is great. You've got Califa Plan, Amber Plans per day for decorative stuff, Planything for decorative stuff. They all do a little bit more of a combination, but Mojo Jojo Plans is very specifically functional, and so because of that I really love her stuff. Her latest release just happened. I'm filming this here in mid-April. I just got these books a few days ago. I ordered on the day they released. I'm pretty sure they're all still available. So a couple of them are reprints and updated, and a couple of them are new. So I'm pretty sure that the monthly pastel boxes is new. Check it off. I think this is a redo, an update. And then the Jewel Tone and Pastel is new, but it's the same kind of thing. As you can see, the sticker count is exactly the same. And then summer boxes, I have the 2022. This is the 2023. I need to add that information here. I like to put the info at the top of the boxes, but we'll go through both of them and compare. So let's get started. I get questions all the time. Where do I get my boxes? Where do I get my checklists, whatnot? Comments on my videos. So here we go. I really wanted to, I haven't flipped through these yet, but I thought it would be really good to do so. So this is monthly pastel boxes. I'm going to guess there are other monthly books, but I haven't purchased them. So here we've got a couple different peaches, like an orange and a peach. And these are square. I love square boxes for vertical planners as well. So these are a little bit different than the normal size of the vertical box, but it's close enough for me that when I do fact of the days, or if I turn the boxes wonky like I like to do, these will definitely work. These are absolutely going to work in my skinny planner as well. So I saw lots of opportunities to make this book work for me. Also, the fun thing is, if you do want to use this with the cutout, this is a cutout, so you can use this on your monthly view and still have the date show. But she was smart, super smart, in that she has this cutout as well separately to be a bullet point. How smart is that? Good thinking. So some of them have them, some of them don't. We have, again, the flip-flop colors, so you get 2 pages of these. Basically, you could consider one whole page of one color and one whole page of the other color. Hopefully the color matching issues that she's had in the past aren't there anymore. So, and then here we've got doubles. So if you have, for example, an event that is maybe Friday and Saturday, or 2 days or something like that, you've got a double here. With and without, again, the cutouts. And then she did a great job of filling all the real estate on the page with boxes. So there's only one of those pages, so they're kind of divided 50-50. And then here we get into 2 separate colors of yellow. This is a really super pale, like butter. Super pale though, like real life butter. And then this one's a little bit more, just a tiny bit more brown to it. So, but you're going to see the same kind of thing. Flip-flopping of the colors, and then the double boxes. And then here we have a third page where we get a mixture of the oranges and the yellows. Now we'll get into 2 different shades of green. So they're both kind of cool. Not a lot of yellow. There's not like a lime shade here. They're both more kind of mint, sagey mint cool. 2 pages. And then we get our doubles. And then here we get a mixture of the greens and the other color of yellow. The first one that was with the oranges had the more brown yellow. This is the lighter, more butter yellow. Now we'll get into teals. So I think this is considered blue, but they're both, neither one of them is cool. They're both more of a teal, not like the denim indigo color. They're a little bit more leaning, for me at least, toward teal. So there's our flip-flop. Here are the first page of doubles. Then we'll get into like a lavender. Because this is pastel, these are lighter colors. So we've got, they're not rainbow. This is not your true deep, like high school colors purple. This is a softer, like baby lavender, couple shades. 2 of those. Here's our page of doubles. And then here's our first combo page where we've got some teal stuff and the darker of the 2 purples. Now we're going to get into our 2 shades of pink. This is more of a baby pink and more of a bubblegum pink. As opposed to like the more orangey color, the stronger orange color, that's more of a pink. No checklist, these are all boxes. But I can see a lot of potential for these on the monthlies. I can see a lot of potential for these. I always run out of the square boxes because those are my favorite to use as fact of the days. These for weekdays and the slightly smaller for weekends because I don't write the stock market score there, so it can be a little smaller. But I just really thought I could see myself using these as fact of the days for sure, if not on the weekends, or I mean on the monthlies. There's our double page. And then here we have our other lighter shade of purple and the first of the pinks. And then here we get into just tons and tons and tons of these tiny little single row boxes, which those of you who've watched me do my skinny videos, you know sometimes I love to do just a big stack up of these on the days. So there we have our first 3 colors, our second 3 colors. There's the third light purple, or I'm sorry, the darker of the 2 purples, and then there's the lighter of the 2 purples with the pinks. Then we go up a size in boxes. So many fact of the day boxes, I love it. So again, our first 3 colors, the darker yellow, and then the lighter yellow and the 2 greens. We've got our 2 teals and the darker purple, and then the lighter purple and the 2 pinks. So that is the first book. That is the monthly pastel boxes. Very functional for me. I'll absolutely use those. All right, to check it off in the bright rainbow, see the 2 differences in the colors. We can flip through these together to save a little time. This one's Jewel Tone Pastel, and this is her traditional rainbow color. I don't have any of these check it off books. These are my first 2. So coming in, we have black, and these are the same colors as in this one. So you can see now I've got my checklists and bullet points to go with these. Now one thing she did say in her original flip through video, which is another reason why I don't always do these flip through videos because I feel like there are plenty already out there, but I wanted to specifically talk about how I like to use some of these. So I talked about the fact of the days for my catch-all. One of the things I like to do is use these and even chop these off and use these. So I can chop off, I need 4 for food diaries in my wellness and fitness planner. That's my Wednesday video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But since I'm using the printable from Baker Lane Studio, I have hydration. So I can cut this one off and have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and then hydration. So that's one way I like to use these. The other way I like to use these is I go into here, my classic dashboard, and you can use the ones that are already short, or you can use these and just chop off 2 bullet points, and then you use a jelly roll to fill in the spaces in between, and that gives you checklists for these days. Now she did say she changed the spacing on these just a little bit, which was a concern, but I think they're still close enough. Yeah. They're still close enough. So what she did is she changed the spacing on these just a tiny little bit so they would match the lines that she has on her boxes. She changed the spacing so it would line up with every other one of these lines, but it still is close enough. So this one ends up being a little bit low. This one ends up being a little bit high, but it still will work for me for these. So I'm glad I took a chance. I knew she couldn't change the spacing too much, and I could still make it work for me. So yay on that. All right, so we have we have 2 pages of those, lots and lots and lots. Okay, here on this book, we switch to the next, which is the 2 different yellows. Same 2 yellows as this book. Here we've got a 3rd page of black, 4th page of black. Okay, here we now have switched to the 3rd set of colors, the 2 different greens. Here we've got some nice, bright, like a wine burgundy brick red and a nice rainbow Roji Biv red. 2 of those. And over here, we're on to our 3rd color set, the teal. But over here now we've got the rainbow Roji Biv orange and then a softer orange. But I want to see how those compare. Yeah. So there you go. You can see the difference between the pastels and the Roji Bivs. And then we have our teals over here, which I know are considered blue, but to me they're teal, not blue. Right? Here we've got our next color, the soft purples, and then here we've got our yellows, the Roji Biv yellow, as opposed to these, the really super soft. Now these actually are pretty similar, but this one is much, much, much more vibrant. Like, not school bus yellow, but definitely rainbow yellow. Okay. So now we get to green. Here we've gone from our soft purple, again, always matching what's in this book, to the 2 pinks. So coming back, you can see a huge difference in the greens. There's our 4 different shades of green. So really nice forest green, and then our leprechaun emerald green there. Okay. And then here we get into, now these to me are definitely blue, blue, blue. This is blue, baby blue and indigo blue. I like it, a nice cool blue. Here we have our first page of individual bullet points, both triangles and little tiny squares. So that's awesome. We have 2 pages of those, 3 pages of those. And then over here, we get finally to our purples. So, and then over here, these look kind of like the fall ones. So we've got yet another shade of red and orange that don't match these. There's the orange. So this is a much more brown. And here we have a red that's kind of cherry red. This is a little more orangey. This is a little more brown. This one's a little cooler, kind of more of a cherry red. 2 pages, of course. Okay, and then here in the Roji Biv world, we're getting into some, this is almost like a magenta, and this is a cool kind of baby pink. And here again, this feels more fall-like with the forest green and the yellow. So if we compare, so this green, they look similar, oops. Well, there went yellow. So we've got, this is much more of a school bus yellow. It's got a little bit more orangey brown to it. And then as far as the green goes, it's kind of in between. It's not quite this dark. It's definitely darker than that though. Okay, 2 of course. And then we get into some gray, and these are a much cooler green. So as opposed to like this is a mintier, cooler green. And it may not seem like you need that many shades, but trust me, when you're trying to match something from a different shop, it helps to have that many shades. So, and here we get into some browns, and then I don't know if you can tell, but this is a cream color and a really dark indigo blue. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. And then here we've got a dark, dark teal, and this is almost a plum purpley color. And then we go from these two darker browns to these two lighter, more milk chocolate browns. So you're getting all of the seasons, right? I definitely can see fall vibes in a lot of these stickers, so I'm glad I got both books. Here we go into even darker magentas, and then here we get into the same pages we saw in the Pastel book, but in the Roy G. Biv book. Okay, and then over here, so again, same color. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3 of those. And then we get into the pastels, the other color shades. 1, 2, 3 of those. So that's that book. And then here we have the darker set of colors here. 1, 2, 3 of those. So there we go. That is the 2 Check It Off books. I'm so glad I got them both. Lots and lots of colors. I'll be able to match really well. And then last but not least, I got the 2023 summer boxes. And what I wanted to do, the sticker count's different, and that's because she added bullet points and checklists to this, and those little tiny bullet points, you can squeeze a lot of those in a book. But what I mainly wanted to do was do a color comparison between the two. So 2022, 2023, this is the 2.0, this is 2023. The other thing about her seasonal books is she designs the color, she chooses the colors with holidays in mind. So here in this book, 2022, here is our 4th of July spread set, if you will, or it could be Memorial Day, it could be Labor Day. But the red, white, and blue, except for white, it's silver. Now this foil, silver foil on this one, it's hard to show you on camera, but it does have, it's not a flat foil, it's got some stars, holographic stars on it. So it's really, really fun. But the colors match really well, so you could absolutely mix and match these. Now this is a holographic foil. There aren't any stars in it, but you can kind of start to see a little bit of a rainbow effect in there, which is what makes it holographic and not just flat silver. So really fun there. So if we look at just the pages here, she's taken these 3 boxes away and added a triple, so you could use this for sure in your monthly view or on an entire column. It's a triple box sticker. You still got your doubles and a bunch of small boxes. Oh, and then the colors flip-flop. So here we don't have that. Now here we go. Here's our matching set here. So these haven't changed. And then here we've got our doubles. Now she did change her lines from black to gray, so that's nice. But this page layout looks pretty much the same. Okay, double page here, so the colors flip-flopped. And then here we have again our, so here we go, she divided these up into thirds and added bullet points, which is really, really nice. And again, yeah, the spacing on these is similar. Similar enough that it'll still work for me the way I want it to work for me. All right, so here's where the colors are really going to diverge, because she told us in the flip through that she went with beachy vibes, which I absolutely adore. This, there's a Planners Anonymous kit coming out with called Coastal something. It's the current kit if you're watching this and you want to subscribe, and it is so amazing. It's going to go so well with these boxes. So, but there isn't really an equivalent color scheme in here. So if you have the 2022 set book, oh my gosh, spit it out, Jude. If you have the 2022 book, don't hesitate to get the 2023 because the colors are completely different, other than the red, white, and blue. So there we go. Same layouts though, same color flip-flopping, but the matching on these pages now is amazing. So now we've got our pages smaller boxes, and then here we've got our bigger boxes with lines, our bigger boxes without lines, and then our checklists and bullet points. So only 2 colors in this instead of 3, like the red, white, and blue, the red, silver, and blue. And then next, she wanted this to be more like a, I believe she said this was more like the Mediterranean waters kind of a thing, I believe. So like the Mediterranean blue, and then this is This is a green color. So definitely summer swimming pool vibes here if you ask me. So there's our triple box again, our small boxes, and then our big, really big striped boxes, really big non-striped boxes, and our checklists and bullet points. And there was some, I think there was, yeah, this is more of a dark teal color. And this is more of a Ragey Biv blue as opposed to like a pool blue. Pinks and oranges. And then this is more of a lime green, and this is a softer like sagey minty green. All right, here we go. Here we've got like our, this says, to me, this says citrus. So lemon lime. So this is a really fun one. Color flip-flopping. Small boxes, big striped, big plain, and our checklists. So again, coming through here real quick. This yellow is much, much deeper. And then this lime green is actually a little bit closer. This one's a little bit more pale, but I think you could absolutely use these together if you needed to. And then here we have like a rose. This is like a rose gold and a super, super, super hot pink. So nothing like that over here. I mean, there was that orangey pink set right there. This is more of a magenta, and this is more of a almost cherry red color. And then of course we have the rose gold. So I forget what she said her inspiration was for this color set. I don't remember, but this would be a good one for like an anniversary or something. So there we go. There's our flip-flop. We've got our smaller boxes, big striped, big plain, and our checklists. So there we go. That is all of the Mojo Jojo plans that I got here recently with some comparisons. I hope you like this video. I hope it encourages you. If you need books just full of functional stickers, have a look at Mojo Jojo Plans. I love her books. There are so many different ways you can use the checklists and different things. And even though this says monthly, I foresee many, many ways of using the stickers in this book that are not monthly. So if you like this video, please do consider liking, subscribing, dropping me a smiley face or a kind word. All those interactions with my videos help me with the YouTube algorithm and are a great way to support me. Thank you.